Hello and welcome to our second flip video. So now we're going to be moving on to multiplying decimals by decimals. It's lesson 3 and make sure you're on the right pages, pages 133 through 140. So again, you're going to listen to what I say throughout the video and write down anything I write. If you have any questions, make sure you put a little post-it and then you can ask me later in class. Now I'd like you to turn your page. We're not going to start on the first page, so we're going to start on example 1. Multiplying decimals by decimals. The great thing about multiplying decimals is number 1, order does not matter, and number 2, you do not need to add zeros to whole places. And you can get rid of zeros that are in front of things. So number 1, we have 3.6. I'm writing, which means you're writing. I don't need this 0 in front, so I'm going to do 0.05. So what I do now is I just plain multiply. So I'm going to forget about these decimal points right now. 5 times 6 is 30, carry the 3. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 3 more is 16, 17, 18. Smiley face to hold your place. I'm done with the 3, I'm done with the 5. Now I move over to the 0. 0 times 6 is 0. 0 times 3 is 0. I add, that gives me a 0, an 8, and a 1. Now here's the new part. I need to count how many numbers are after my decimal point. There's 1, 2, 3. So how many total were there? 1, 2, 3. So my decimal always starts at the end, and I'm going to do my little ba-doom-ba-dooms. I go ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. I move that many times over. So I moved 1, 2, 3 because there are 3 spots here. So I move 3 spots down here. Same thing. And what I need to do is I need to rewrite it because I don't know if your decimal point is here or at the end. So it's 0.18. I don't need the 0 at the end. Now, we're going to keep going with our letters and secret words. So I would like you to put the letter I in your box here. The letter I. Okay, let's look at example 2. We're going to be filling in the boxes here. I don't need any of this. It's already done for me. Notice again, I don't need to line up my decimals, and I'm going to get rid of this 0 in front. So my first step is to multiply like normal. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2. Smiley face to hold your place. 7, now I'm done with the 2. I bump over here. 7 times 2 is 14. Drop the 4, carry the 1. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 1 more is 8. And 7 times 1 is 7. So now let's add. 4 plus 0 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. 8 plus 2 is 10. 0, carry the 1. And 7 plus 1 is 8. Okay, now we're going to count how many numbers are after my decimal point. There's 1, 2, 3 up top, and another one gives me 4. So I'm going to ba-doom, 4 spots. Again, my decimal point is at the end, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I rewrite it as 0.8064. And I again want to check with my calculator like we did before. So it was 0.112 times 7.2. And I get 0.8064. Okay, let's add our next clue. You're going to draw a heart. You're drawing a heart. Okay, let's keep going. You're going to now go down to the bottom of your page and you're going to try some of these on your own. I'm going to do one with you. I'm going to do C. I would like you to do A and B. So let's go through C real fast and then you'll get the chance to do A and B. So I'm going to get rid of this 0 and put 0.014 and 3.7. Again, do not line up your decimals when you multiply. Now we multiply like normal. 7 times 4 is 28. Carry the 2. 7 times 1 is 7. Plus 2 more, 7, 8, 9. And 7 times 0 is 0. So now we're going to add a smiley face to hold our place. We don't need this 2, and I'm going to cross off this 7 because we're done with it. We're bouncing over to the 3. 3 times 4 is 12. Drop the 2, carry the 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 more is 4. And 3 times 0 is 0. So, whoops, sorry. Yep, it is. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 more. Okay, now let's add. So 8 and 0 is 8. 9 and 2 is 11. 0 and 4 is 4, plus 1 more is 5, and 0. Now let's count how many numbers are after the decimal point. And if you have a highlighter, I would love for you to highlight. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to move how many spots? 4 spots. So starting at the back always, 1, 2, 3, 4. I always make my decimal point big so I know where it is, and then I must rewrite. And I check for accurateness with my calculator. So 0.014 times 3.7 gives me 0.0518. Okay, I'm also going to give you another letter. I want you to put the letter M as in moo, the letter M in this box right here, the letter M. Okay, you are going to do A and B on your own, so pause the video now, try them on your own, and then when you're ready, press play to check. Okay, so please check your work. Make sure you have exactly what I have. If you're having any trouble at this point, please make sure you put a little Post-it or sticky note so you really know what you're struggling with, and then you can ask questions in class. So 15.96 was A, and 0.206, you don't need the 0 at the end. It's not wrong if you have it on the end. Okay, I would like you to add the letter A to this page. The letter A. When you're ready, turn your page. Okay, example 3. Sometimes we need to annex a 0 or add a 0 in. So first of all, I'm going to put this one on top because it's longer. So 0.067 and 1.4, and we're going to multiply. Again, I'm writing, which means you're writing. So 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 6 is 24. 25, 26. Carry the 2. 4 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. Smiley face to hold your place. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 6, 6. 1 times 0, 0. We're going to add. 8 and 0 is 8. 6 and 7 is 13. Carry the 1. 6 and 2 is 8, plus 1 more is 9. And 0. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places to move over. So 4 spots. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0.0938 should be your answer. Okay, let's look at example 4 now. I don't like the way they wrote all of this, so I'm going to do it off the side. Again, we can take the longer number in multiplication and put it on top. Not the bigger number, just the longer. And 0.45. Again, we don't need to line up decimals, which is great. 5 times 3 is 15. Carry the 1. 5 times 5 is 25, plus 1 more is 26. Carry the 2. 5 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. We're done with these guys. Smiley face to hold our place. 4 times 3 is 12. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 1 more is 21. 4 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. So I have a 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, and a 2. I'm going to count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots I need to move. Okay, so at the end, 1, 2, 3, 4, uh-oh. What do you think we put here to hold a place? What number? we need to add a 0. So now my answer is 0.02385. Anytime we have a blank ba-dum, if you want to call it, we need to add a 0. So when I type that in my calculator, which I'm doing in my hand this time, which you can do the same thing, I get 0.02385. Perfect. Okay, next letter. You're going to put the letter T in here. The letter T as in turtle. T. Okay, looking down at the bottom now. I would like you to try D and F. Don't worry about E. So pause the video now, try D and F, and when you're ready, press play. Okay, check your work with D and F. Notice for number or letter D, I had to add that 0, or the word annex is 0 to hold a place. So please check your work over. And my last letter we're going to put is an H. An H. So you should have your full same, and you can write that down all together and see what that ends up spelling out. When you're ready, turn your page, and please rate yourself. Do you have a few questions? Do you have a lot of questions? Or are you ready to move on? Be sure if you have any questions, you have them ready to ask when we get to class and go over these. All right, guys, that's the end of our video. Thanks.